We need to get from Cadiz to Jerez, and I think I've bought the wrong train tickets. Oh no!
So here we are on the second leg of our trip, currently sat at Cadiz train station with a café con leche, and we're waiting to get our train to Jerez, which is about 30 minutes up the line, where we're going to spend the next 5 days searching around Jerez, which is quite a small town, not so much massive tourist centre, so it's going to be a lot more traditional Spain. Ready? Listo?
Carriage 265 and 66 if it really matters.
Vale. Which is carriage 2? This one.
Now, if you'd have watched the video from Cadiz that went out last week, you'd know that I don't quite understand how important it is to sit in the exact seat that you've booked when you get on a Spanish train. It turned out not only had I booked the tickets for the wrong time train, but I'd also booked them on the wrong carrier. There's a national and a local train carrier in the area that we were in. We were shuffled about and moved multiple times, but everyone was like, oh, don't worry about it, it just happens all the time. Anyway, let's find our way to the hotel. I hope the room is nice, and you'll be seeing the room with me and a little room tour later on in the video.
Bienvenidos a Jerez. Sí. Busy trains in Spain. They seem to have a thing as well where you reserve a seat here by the number and by the carriage. And in England that would mean absolutely nothing because no one could get a seat. But in Spain, that's your seat. Emily and I found that out to our cost twice. At one point, halfway through an incredibly close game of crib, that Emily wasn't winning by absolutely miles. Oh, what a lovely, lovely little train station. Wow. Well, what a lovely train station Jerez has. Quiet place. Jerez De La Frontera, a town in southern Andalusia off the beaten track when it comes to tourists and people going abroad. This place is an up-and-coming tourist resort. It's just been in some of the sort of major newspapers in the UK. So it's probably a good idea you visit here before it goes insanely mental. Although it's so Andalusian, so local Spanish, there's a lot of people here already. There's loads to see. So come with us and learn about this lovely town in southern Andalusia.
Also, stick around because I'll be going to this mental food market later on. You can't miss it.
So Jerez is famous for sherry, Tío Pepe. There's about 4 or 5 massive sherry production areas here. It's also very famous for what I call horse flamenco, and flamenco itself actually. Flamenco is a huge thing down here in Andalusia, but they do horses dancing. What's it called? What's the thing for it, isn't there?
I don't know what it's called, we'll find out when we get
It's about a name, isn't it? Oh, dressage. That's it, dressage. There are a few other videos on YouTube about Jerez, and I just don't, when I watched them, because I wanted to research coming down here, I never really felt like they captured the life of the city, and I'm trying to learn Spanish at the same time, so you can join us along the way while I bumble my way through Spanish, but also try to learn off some of the people who live here what life is like in this place. I think one of the things that I didn't understand is actually when we were coming here, I thought it would be really quiet and not a lot going on. It's mental. The place is mental. It's got its own buzz, its own feel, and obviously a massive community of people who just live here, and I'm not 100% sure what they do to do any work whatsoever. It just seems like everyone sits in cafes all the time. Would be remiss of us to not go and do some of the real traditional touristy things that you can do around here. So we're going to go to what I've called the Horsey Museum, where they train horses and they teach us about the training, I believe, of horses doing horse ballet, horse dance, otherwise known as dressage. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. You'll be seeing some of that later on in the video, alright? Don't go anywhere.
Word of warning, get there early because the ticket office is absolutely mental. But also, walk round all this lot because a lot of them are actually waiting on a coach trip. So make sure you just barge your way past. You aren't skipping the queue, and let's face it, you're in Spain. Everyone loves skipping the queue in Spain. Talking of queues, we'll be going to the Alcazar in Jerez, which is a world-class attraction in just a few minutes' time. Don't miss it.
Where we live.
Were you part of a coach group?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. So if we wanted to get, we wouldn't be jumping the queue if we went there to get a ticket.
No.
Ah, okay, all right, cool. I was lucky I was going to wait at the back and join your coach trip. Cheers. ¿Vives en Jerez?
¿Yo? Sí.
¿Tú? Sí, es muy bonito.
Sí, muy bonito.
Sí.
Inglaterra también.
Yo deseo comprar una casa.
Sí,
Sí.
es caro.
Sí, es muy caro.
Sí, es caro.
Muy caro, sí. The Museum of Equestrian Art is an attractive museum which invites us all to live, feel and understand equestrian art in all of its dimensions. The interpretive section can be found inside the palace, but the whole tour itself makes part of this living museum unique at a worldwide level, if they don't mind saying so themselves. So the horses are going round doing their horse stuff. They actually all look really happy. I mean, I imagine if a horse is just... I saw a donkey when we got here that was just stood out in the field on its own, just going all grumpy. So these horses look well happy, living life to the max. Oh, they look amazing. These old boys are just going around getting paid to ride horses. Look at these guys coming now.
We hadn't paid for the full 2-hour show of dressage that happens inside the main hall at the Equestrian Centre. However, there's still so much to see. You can watch artisans building saddles and watch some proper horses jumping over stuff. All in all, I'd say it's a must-do when you're in Jerez, and it's just a nice place to be for a couple of hours. Emily and I just sat around for ages, really, just watching the horses trot about. A really peaceful and relaxing way to start the day in Jerez. I was now ready to pop back to our lovely hotel for a bit of floppage by the pool.
So here we are, quick room tour. Number one, air conditioning works, lovely. We've got a little kitchenette area here. Nice little fridge, sink, without a draining board. Don't understand what that's all about. Dodgy Gusto machine. They send over a few complimentary coffee bits, but we had to go out and buy our own cornet today. And a little microwave cooker thing, but we're not really using that. Little seating area, a little bit here, sort of living roomy bit. But also, a good thing is you can draw these doors here into these and then shut this here. This is kind of like your bedroom area. All very clean, very new. This place has only just been done. Nice toilet. Don't like the black furnishings on that, but I'm a plumber. I hate them. Lovely shower. Gets hot. Complimentary shampoo as well. But yeah, nice little spot, nice place. Great base of operations. Bed's very comfortable as well. Slept like a log last night, even though I did get a bit of indigestion because I ate way too many croquettes. There we go, there's your room tour done, people.
We stayed in Eccentrico Suites Jerez that you can see here with a lovely rooftop pool on it. It's handily situated right in the centre of town, but also next to the central market. Later on in the video, I'll give you a full upstairs poolside tour as well, probably after a couple of sangrias, so I'll be a little bit wee-weed. Oh, but before I forget, let's have a little quick gander around the market.
Going into a mad park. Look at this place. Loads of stuff for sale, like different types of fish. Beautiful. The smell, honestly, if I could describe the smell to you at the moment, it would smell like a brothel. Not that I know what a brothel smells like, but that's what I imagine it smells like. What an amazing place. You come here, all this fishing stuff up for grabs, people loving life, everyone just loving being here. Really, really cool. And there's every type of shop here, so you can come here and just buy all your food completely fresh, ready for that day's lunch or dinner. But you can come out of there as well And then you get your proper cooked meats, cheese, loads of stuff. So if you come into Jerez, you've definitely got to come to Mercado Central. Es muy bien.
I just want to convey to you how much of a lively and local and loving town Jerez is, but there's also a world-class attraction for you to check out. Nestled in the small bustling streets of Jerez, and we'll be going to them to see the nightlife later on in this video, is the Alcazar. If you've been to the Alcazar at Seville and couldn't be bothered to wait in massive queues, then the Alcazar at Jerez is the perfect quiet example. There's also a wicked camera obscura on top that I'm going to show you in a few minutes' time.
So we're at the Alcazar in Jerez. It'll be a bit quiet because it is an old religious monument. It used to be a mosque.
If I was you, I'd give yourself a good couple of hours to walk around the Alcazar. There's lots of little nooks and crannies, as they say in the film In Bruges, and you've just got a lovely feeling of going back in time. And the other thing that I really like about the old Alcazars that you get in Granada and Seville, and also in Jerez, are the fact that there's water everywhere, and water's a really important part of the design and architecture of these places.
This must be the main prayer bit, isn't it?
It's also interesting to see how olive oil was extracted. There was a whole factory there, or an ancient factory of how olive oil was pressed using like donkeys and stuff, maybe even people to push around the big millstones to get that done.
Not sure it would. Oh, the whole stick does.
It was baking hot outside, so before we have a look around the proper gardens and the old interesting ruins, let's have a look at the Camera Obscura. So a camera obscura uses like an old periscope and a series of magnifying glasses to actually show you in real time of what's actually going on outside, and it transmits this onto a cylindrical concave dish. And it's just fascinating because it's in high definition in real time, just using optics and the light of the day. It's not enhanced by any digital things or anything like that, and it's just very, very interesting. The lady could manipulate the camera around using a series of sticks and pulleys to pull focus, but also point the camera in a certain direction. And we had a look all around Jerez, and you can see for absolutely miles. It's a must to do. It's so cool to just sit in there in the dark for a little while and have a look around Jerez using a camera obscura.
That's San Miguel Church. That's one of the most interesting anyway.
Let's pop outside together and have a little sniff about these lovely gardens and ruins.
Beautiful. Camera Obscura is really good, highly recommend. Beautiful gardens here. They always do a decent garden in Alcazar, don't they? So this would have been one of the old gates into the old city of Jerez. So they're trying, obviously old gate networks, they try to slow down your entrance as you came in, give you the opportunity if they were attacking to throw shit on you or fire arrows at you, that sort of thing. Obviously the old gate's here, so you zigzag through this. And this would be how you'd get into the city. So the old city gate was this here. So they could basically kettle you in this as you came in, which wouldn't have been very pleasant if you weren't wanted here. Of course, if you had things like plague or anything like that, you get chucked out. And of course, they had a Jewish quarter as well. Age-old hatred between the two peoples. Some things never get sorted. The old Arab baths here. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my God, look at it. That's incredible. It's cooler, isn't it? Got an aquifer down there. Wow, well the Camera Obscura is really good. This is where Morgan Freeman stood at the start of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It's funny enough, I only just found out in the news, they've chopped down the famous Robin Hood tree. Can you believe that? There you go. This is where he'd have stood. Was it the Painted Man? He haunts my dreams, adorned with strange, dark eyes.
Luxley's companion.
Kill him. Kill them both.
Remember that film, Emily?
Yeah, well,
Emily's done really well. She's just come up some steps that she doesn't like.
you're getting really out of breath.
Well, you've got a baby in your belly.
So gang, massively recommend the Alcazar if you're in Jerez. Definitely check it out. Or even if you're nearby, get the train to Jerez. Let's pop back to our hotel and I'll give you a quick rooftop tour before we have a little waltz around town to show you the unique nightlife of Jerez.
So yeah, this is the rooftop. Gorgeous views of Jerez. There is the market. That is the market just there. Mercado. The central bus station and taxi rank. Just down there. All the main shopping streets, districts and everything are over there. Beautiful pool up here as well. A lovely young man keeps serving us drink. Hola! He's up here most afternoons, banging out the Vino Tinto. But look, all the shops and stuff. All down there. And it's just lovely. So you come to Jerez, expect shitloads of tapas bars. Tonight there appears to be some sort of education festival going on, but I'm not really sure what that entails, whether we'll be allowed in there or not. I mean, look how many people are out and about. It is just a bustling place and a beautiful place as well. Keep on, what is going on here? I'm not really 100% sure I want to film at an education area, because obviously it'll be for kids and stuff. Beautiful streets. Only in Spain, in the middle of the bloody evening, would you walk about in the centre of town and find there's loads of people doing line dancing. There's people doing line dancing in the middle of the city in the middle of the night. Did you do this, Em? Huh? Bit of line dancing? Yeah. Well, that's pretty mental. We're looking for somewhere to go to eat, and you hear this sort of music banging out down some side street, and you walk up some side street, you end up on this lovely square, and you see loads of people dancing. That's why I love Spain. I think that's why we both love Spain.
So that concludes our trip to Jerez, everybody. What an absolutely beautiful, beautiful city. I'll definitely be back very, very soon. But that's not the end of our trip in Andalusia and southern Spain. We are going to hire a car out, and you can come with us in the next video as we search around the ancient city of Jerez De La Frontera, Jerez De La Frontera, the Atlantic coast, and visiting where the famous Battle of Trafalgar happened and why we have Trafalgar Square in London. So loads coming up in the next Times of James video. Also, my plane is fixed, so please click the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.